Hello, good morning. Next episode. I really don't have a good focus area of things to really talk about. I talk about things as they come up. So my nose always stop up in the morning, so that's the sound that you hear normally. Uh, Co-parenting and stress of co-parenting. That's something to work with. That's what I'm dealing with. When he do come down to visit, my ex-husband come down to visit, it's like I'm always trying to get on him. Well, talk to him about the amount of time that he's spending with our daughter and how I feel like I have to always coach him. She's a part of cheer now because I don't know that she love it, but she like it, and it was something for her to do. So basically, he knew what time the game started. She was talking to him before we left because they had to be there early. However, he ended up missing the whole game. And my daughter was so excited that he was able to come to it, and she was just begging in a sense the whole week, okay, I hope that you be able to come and come. You know how kids do things and say. So, it was a jamboree game. So at jamboree games down here in the South, or where we're at, it's a number of little small mini games with different teams come together on one playing field, and they'll have maybe 20 minutes each to play half and half because it's a little kid. She's in the fifth grade. So that's how that game goes. So when we got there, it felt a little different anyway because of like it was a little chaotic. Like, okay, are we late or what's going on? But we wasn't late. It was just how the game was played and who all came to that field that day to play. So it was a little chaotic from that. But I text him and call him and like, hey, she's cheering. Let him know, hey, but I guess he thought, because how last year when she was a part of the YMCA cheer team, those games last longer. So I guess he thought he could just tell it around and he'll get there. But the thing of it is, it's a little different now. We're no longer married. She doesn't see you every day like she did in the past. You being late to when you already not here, it does affect her in a lot of ways. So by the time him and his mother got there, her grandmother, whatever, got there, the game was over. I called him before when we realized some stuff. I'm like, where are you? He said, oh, I'm pulling in now. I said, well, the game is over with. She has cheered and it was done. He was like, huh? I said, yeah. He said, but I thought the game started at 11. I said, it's 11:15. I said, well, either way it go, you late, right? Either way it go, you late. So when we got out, after I went by the concession, she got some water and went up there. They were parked behind us. And the type of personality that I have experienced with him has been, I would put the blame on myself as, oh, I didn't tell you what time it was. Oh, if this would happen. Oh, he's sad about the stuff. So let me fix it. Even though overlooking my own feelings about what has transpired, what has happened. Always overlook my feelings to try to fix you so that you won't feel bad about it and be like, oh, it's okay. When truly it wasn't. It's our first game down here. And this is the first game that he has missed like that. Usually we'll be running and I'll be fussing because we need to go, we need to go, we need to go. So time issue is that of his. But in some areas, he has great time management. In some areas. And over the years, and some stuff we start losing interest with, you can see the change in it. So co-parenting is a little difficult because I'm with her every day. I see the hurt and disappointment in her every day, and not having him around, or when he leaves, I get the backlash of it, the sadness, the frustration, the anger. And so he had, like, I'll go back to that, he has a tendency of making 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 it better for himself, to make the other person feel some type of way even though he has hurt you, but he doesn't see it that way. Great. I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think it really is. So fast forward to later on, because she went on with them, but I need to stop doing this. He is a grown adult. I need to quit helping him out financially, mentally, child wise, whatever. I need to really stop helping him. But not so much mentally, because I got to be here for him. Because it just, the type of work I do, the person I am, if you sad, I'm gonna come to you, but I need to govern it. So fast forward to later on. I went by the store. He was at the store. I made sure my child had everything that she need. I need to stop doing it, because he should be able to make sure she has it without me making sure she has it, and he don't have to do nothing but sit back and relax and just be there. No, he need to make sure she's eating and eating what she likes to eat or somewhat thereof, but he needs to make sure that he is a parent. But I always like to take care of stuff, and I didn't do as strongly as I have did the last time, 2 times he has came, because that's taking money out my pocket. I already took money out my pocket as if he didn't pay child support to help him fix that truck so that he could get down here to see my child, because my child really needs to see him. That put me in a financial bind. I'm starting a new job. Yes, I moved back in with my parents, unfortunately. I'm grateful that I'm able to try to save, but that was my first little bit of check that I had, that I only get paid once a month, just like a teacher, but I'm not a teacher. And so he went to get the truck fixed, thinking he can get an overdraft and stuff, because he never had to deal with that part, because I always took care of that. So to make sure that he got here to see her, because she wanted to see her, I do it. He called, he was in distress, and I guess I wouldn't let him be in distress that way, because he didn't think it through. He did a child move. When you go in the store, you know what you want, but then you realize you don't have enough money. But that's your whole trip, and how you gonna get around. So I gave him my number over the phone, and that was everything. I even end up getting overdraft because of that, fixing it, because he had some major stuff to be done about that truck. So because of that, I had and I wanted him to see his child. I did it. Now I'm got a little bit of change on me, and I don't want to ask my family for money, but I know I could if I had to, but I don't want to. I got to be an adult in this whole situation. I got to take care of my child and myself. So that's why I'm saying I got to stop doing that. I did that. He owed me. That's like he didn't pay the child support. He should have just kept it, because he was already behind. So that was his last time paying me child support, plus that half for child support, because he was behind because how he started. So that wasn't his fault per se, because we didn't know. And then he owed me for paying his truck note, because it came out of my account, because we didn't get it switched over or something. So, and he didn't have the funds to give to me for paying it. So now you owe me a lot of money that's hurting myself and my child. And yet when you come, I'm still doing my job as a parent plus your job as a parent when she's with you, to make sure she has what she needs, because I guess I know he doesn't have it, and I don't want her to be without. But you need to figure it out, because like right now, he needs to figure it out, because like right now, I'm figuring out how to govern a little bit that I have. He was able to give me $250 of it back, of that, but it's still a lot that he owes me. So I gotta have like $250 lasts me a whole month, and she's in cheer, and we travel. We not just at one field every Saturday. I gotta let that $250 get snack. I gotta let that $250 give me gas, because I drive 30 miles from my parents' house to work Monday through Friday. And then I go 8 miles, for about 10 miles to practice on Tuesdays and Thursdays. 10 miles that way, 10 miles that way, 30 miles to work, 30 miles from work. Gas here in this where I work at is $3.04. And the little town just 7 miles from my house, well, my parents' house, my house, however you want to put it, it is $2.94. But I gotta make $250. Well, less than that now, because this is now September the 13th. Work, we go, I don't know how many miles this game is this weekend. And my child still wants stuff. She still gonna want stuff out that concession stand. She still gonna want stuff just like a normal kid do. But I'm helping him fixing it. And to get back to the game, after all that, he tried to make it up and took her to the little park behind the little community college. It's a nice one. But I bought the insect repellent because I didn't want her to get, bit up by the mosquitoes. Then he brought it to me. He done used it too. I wanted to cuss and say, you get your own stuff. I said, I'm taking care of her and still taking care of you. Frustration. I'm just frustrated. So she called me on FaceTime that evening while she was still with them. And she was basically telling me that she was sad because her dad and granddad didn't make it on time to her game. And she felt like it was her fault. Fast forward to Sunday, we still on this. And I had to explain to her, the game was a little crazy, but it did start at 11. Either way it go, he was late. That was his action, is not on you. Because he could have left when she was talking to him, said, okay, Daddy, I'm finna leave now. We got to be there early. He could have left there. It was like Tiny Mike Midgets Juniors. So she the last game. She's a junior. That game was from 9 that morning till when we left the field. He could have got there early. And he could have sat there and watched all the games. And he could have left right immediately behind us. But he dragged his foot. I don't know because his mom was taking up time and he just didn't want to say that. Or what ended up happening. But either way, he was late. And he missed it. And now she is putting it on herself that it's her fault. And he has a tendency to make, in my experience with him, for 25 years, that all together dating and married, 14 years of marriage, he can know he is wrong about something or something was his fault, and you'll think it's yours. And then you'll come to yourself like, wait a minute, and I've done this so many times. That's not my fault. Why am I beating myself up for something that you did? Or he'll know something, and he'll allow you to do yourself about it. And then when you think about it long enough and come together with yourself, you'll be like, wait a minute. And he was like, oh, yeah, that wasn't sister. I'm like, but you allowed me to sit here and think and go through all that, and you knew it, or you could have helped or said something about it, but he'll allow you to do that kind of stuff. So you tell me what that is. You tell me what that is, because I know what I feel like it is. But you tell me what you think that is. But co-parenting is hard because I even told him that night when she took her shower and I talked to him while we was waiting on her, so whatever. I'm like, you always got to be told stuff. This child wants to spend as much time with you as possibly can, but you will take your time to call and say, hey, are you up? And I guess sometimes I can get that too. But if you want her at a certain time, tell her that and tell me that, and guarantee I will have her that because I want the best for my child. I do. I don't want to take him out of the picture of things, but I can't handle it in just a second because I will, at whatever cost to save her, I will. But I have to tell him all the time, Devlin, you ought to spend more time with her. You see him looking, blah, blah, blah. And you could have spent that time with her. You know, I tell him that kind of things, and he listens, but he don't change. Sunday, the last day before he went back, I let Kenza sleep in. I did. I think she slept until 10. Yeah. And then she called him. And I get that because you don't know what time, whatever you want them to rest. Okay. But you know today's your last day. You know it's your last day. But yet and still, you wasted. He talked to her about a good hour on FaceTime instead of just coming to pick her up. He knew she was up. You could come down to my parents' house and spend that time. Or you could come pick her up and y'all could spend it together. But I, in the background, was like, Ken's, well, ask your dad, is he going to come and see you before he leaves? Like, yeah. I said, well, he can come right now to see you truly. You know? And then he said, well, I'm on my way. But you know, he still drags his feet to get there. I guess I need to quit thinking people are like me. Because when I quit thinking people are like me in the sense that if I love you, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. Especially if I love you. Hey, that's your only child. You don't see your child. I could move heaven and hell to get to my child. You won't have to tell me nothing. When you leaving Wody to go to a game, I'm right outside with you, babe. Or I'm already there. When we were married, we both knew we had that flexibility. Like, okay, we on our way, but you got her. But we seen each other every day. Every single day we saw each other. So for we on the way, this going on, so we can work it out. But you live about 3.5 hours away from us now. It's not easy just to drive down and drive back. It's not easy to do that. But you wasted the majority of the morning, and to come down there to sit for maybe an hour with her to say, okay, I gotta go and pack up. And then she was saying, so I said, well, Kenz, you gotta ask if you can go with you, because she was all excited saying, oh, okay, I get to go, I get to spend more time with him before he leaves. That's sad to me, because you ought to automatically know this child want to spend as much time with you as possible. And I was like, well, did you ask us how he was acting? He get these ways about him too, and he don't want to do stuff, and he too cowardly to say something. He start with this something about himself. And so I was like, well, Kenz, you might need to ask him if you could go with him. You might need to ask if it's okay. He was like, yeah, come on. And so she got a chance to spend that little bit of time with him before he actually left. But you see, he has to be told stuff. I need to quit thinking people are like me. That's what I need to do. Because this is not working. I need to protect my child. My child going through enough of stuff with being bullied at school. People talking about her weight, her feeling sad about that, and then for this grown tail person to have to be told when to spend time with his own child. That all he do every day is FaceTime her at night, and that's it. That's it. And then she already missing him and all this other stuff, but yet I don't know, but co-parenting is very hard. I try to keep all lines of communication open and let him know what's going on to prepare him. Nobody's preparing me when my child come to me with all the things that's going on with her. But I prepare him. I told him this morning I'm over telling him how to be a parent to this child. I keep saying it, and I really mean that. That's one thing I can really say that I'm keeping up and keep doing. Is I telling him if he messes up, then I'm not fixing it. Because I should have been, well, it's okay. He was this way and that happened. Try to fix the fact that he missed the game because he was late. If you don't know and you stuff is always different. Like you start a new team, you don't know what's this, that. You can't compare this team to the other team, right? Because everybody is different. It might still be cheer, yes, but it still ran a different way. It's not the same cheers. No cheer that she learned last year or when she went to the little camps in the summertime, none of them was the same. They all a different chant. They all a different hand clap, flip, They all different. And different how flip in different how ways perform, put it that way. But I'm tired of it. So whatever he break, he break. I'm not gonna fix it. I'm just gonna be completely honest with her, unbiased. And like I told you, he was late coming. And that's the truth. And it's not her fault that he was late. He's an adult. And whatever happened, I told her, I don't know what happened to make him late. So that way it won't be like me. Because I don't know what happened to make him late. But I said, he was late. So it's not her fault. The game started at 11. It was a little crazy. It really was. But it was a jamboree game. So the next game will be a little bit longer and be more put together. But even for ourselves, because how crazy it was, they told us to be there at 10:30. And we was. But, I'm sorry, a little sleeping. But we just going to be there all games waiting on the time to, it's time for me to go into work. We just going to be there all games and wait on our turn to get on the field, so it won't be no hiccup, no mix up, or anything else of such. But I can say is this: it's crazy that I have to tell a grown-up father how to be a father, and it's crazy to me that your own mother allows certain stuff. Well, not allow, because he too old for be allowed, but not speak up on stuff. She see me always buying and sending because they go up there to her house. And yeah, she try to make up and she'll try to go and get some stuff for my child to have. But she got a smart ass mouth on her and I don't like that. And now ain't the time to play with me because I ain't got to try to play nice with you to get along because we're a family. I ain't got to do that no more. So, and I hate to say that I'm sitting on ready, but I am, because I ain't going to let too much stuff slide by. I'm not. I keep telling people that Keisha that y'all remember is dead. She is dead. I'm a whole new person. And I slowly came into this person because of the shit I the stuff that I had to put up with. But that old person is gone. This is me now. Love it, hate it, it's me now. But anyway, my point is co-parenting is hard. Yes, it's fresh and new, but it's still a lot of old BS that's still picking up. He can ruin it, the relationship he has with our daughter if he want to. He can be non-available if he want to. But I'm not going to be the one that sit here and point it out because I've been pointing it out. Has it worked? No, it has not worked. But I refuse to let my child beat herself up and take the blame for that stuff and him to sit here and allow her to take the blame. Well, hear it or ask her if she's okay. No, she's not okay. And she gonna say yes because she don't want to upset him or him to think, she is like, she just want to everything to be fine for the short period of time that they have together. And we all have experienced that before, how you let things go because you know that y'all working on limited time, so you might well enjoy it and worry about it later. But I'm gonna tell you what, if you're doing that, please stop, because it creates resentment and bitterness. You will open up your eyes one day and it's not okay, and then all of a sudden all the times you have ever done that will come back to you. And once it come back to you, you're gonna really resent the person. You're gonna resent yourself for allowing it and not open up your mouth and having a voice. You know, you don't have to go as hard with it, but just open up your voice when things offend you so you can work on it then. And if it come again, then you can handle it a different way. But if you keep pushing it back just for the sake of, you'll come back. Yeah, you'll resent the person. you will start not having as much respect for the person. Once you start losing respect for a person, even though I love him, Lord, I really do. I really do. To this day, I do. And I'm praying that he release soul ties, or not, or what do you call, what am I to him? I don't even know. I feel loyalty. I think about if I could ever be with another person, and I automatically think of him like as if I'm cheating on him. So in the loyalty I have to him, because the long as I have that kind of loyalty to him, I can't see myself being with another person. I can't see myself doing it anyway right now because of how everything happened. He just killed my trust anyway. But once I calm down to find myself and get somewhere over this, I don't know how that's going. I don't know. So anyway, I got to get in here to work. I got 5 minutes to get in this building, the building right here. So I'm working on it. I'm working on myself to get myself together, because this is not what's up. And I'm working on this co-parenting and not double parenting. I don't have 2 children anymore. I have 1. I told you I always felt like I had 2 kids. And I guess he's still in that train of mine too, that I'm still his second mama, and I'm not. I was his wife. That's who I was his wife. All right, everybody. Well, thank you all for tuning in again on co-parenting. It's tough. And hopefully I wasn't so jumbled around like I was the last time. But I will try to come with a different topic and try to come a little bit more, because it helps. I promise you, it helps me just to get it off my chest. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.